ゼロから指さすやつの求めてゼロIt's okay, yo! 目の前塞ぐドアぶち破るキック笑ってたやつら今どこ行ったって止まらせた秀樹初傷だらけスリーカーしおりやがりをデザインする系や肩のタトゥーみたいなドライマも鏡の中垂れたり変わる降りてたもらからけの人生
So, as thought. To be expected, your power is where I thought it would be, Xiaomei. Tell me, what of your group, the other primes? You know the negatives won't stop this war till the zeros are gone. What do you all plan to do but waste my time with these fights?
Same as before, you fucking waste of metal. This war doesn't end till the negatives are out.
So you insist on fighting still, and your dumb fucking group of primes. Zedo is mine and mine alone. You might as well hand over your power at this rate. This war's been going on since the golden age you fucking reject. Make it easy on the two of us and just surrender. The negatives rule over. You know this.
Like hell you fucking do. You goddamn trash piles are nothing more than failures. Primes keep you at bay. So long as you all exist, this world has yet to fall into the hands of negatives. Besides, you have yet to win our little battle as it is, let alone the fucking war.
Listen to you, acting so high and mighty as if you're the good guys, when neither of us have the world's best within our intentions. It's an act of territory and power, and you act as if it's something more.
Never fucking claimed I'm here to be a hero. Shut the hell up, wretch. I know damn well what I am. Your fucking guilt trips mean nothing to me.
Well, at least you're admitting to being a renegade. A low-life trash who just goes around picking fights 'cause she can. Hired sword or whatever it is you do, right? Mercenary work for the prime zeros. I can only imagine what your employers think of you. Pathetic.
Progress report? Do we have it yet or not? May can't keep her attention much longer with this trash talk.
Still working it, boss. She has firewalls within firewalls put into place within her own mainframe. Her fucking entire setup is beyond impressive. But I'm fighting her side as well.
Fighting her side? What do you mean?
Exactly as it sounds. She's got multiple, and I mean multiple connections attempting to engage with our database right now. She's trying bypass after bypass just as she's talking to May. I would almost say she's aware of what we're trying to do here.
Well, it would seem as though our time has ended. My patience has run out. Perhaps next time we can chat further.
Where the fuck do you think you're going, Mad Liz? We're not done here.
Well, apologies, but I have matters to attend to and your HQ is wearing my patience with this obvious game. Be sure to tell Kat, I said. Hello. Would you?
God damn it, fucking swine.
It's fine, just let her go. Fuck, we lost this one. She had everything she needed to keep us out. I don't know what we got, if anything. Did you at least manage to analyze her battle data?
Battle data? The fuck you on about? I was just the goddamn decoy. The hell you asking for here?
Nothing, you're right. Head back to base. We'll go from there. So we walked away with pretty much nothing that entire time. God damn it. I was hoping this would turn out a bit better. Jesus Christ, can we not get a single fucking break in this mess?
Actually, on the contrary. We got something. It's not much, but it's something. We got some connections of hers on another planet nearby. She's in cahoots with some dude called Relic. I've read up on this guy. He's not like us. He's a being made of, like, fucking rock or something. From what I got, he's the son of the one known as the king himself. Some over-strong overlord who's in control of a wide system or something like that. Relic, from the looks of it, wants power and control. His family is alike. Their history looks like a bunch of fucking people who run conquests throughout the entirety of the universe and beyond. And yeah, I said beyond. This is kind of wild, but the shit I'm reading here, it's showing shit like different dimensions. All kinds of shit. The king himself is a collector now, I guess. Went into retirement and vanished a while back. His known name is like Galasar or something. Relic. His son follows his father's footsteps and conquers all kinds of shit, as mentioned. However, it looks like Relic has some allies he's working with as well. Something called the Singularity. Can't figure out much about these things here, but it roughly describes them as robotic organisms, but they feed on live energy to survive. They have like one source of food, and it's what's called living energy. It's weird. Like that of a star, if you will. I have more here, but we need some help on this. This one's a bit out of my ballpark.
Living energy and relic, dimensions and the such. You've gotten yourself into quite the predicament if you plan on going against the one such as Galazar or Relic. Your question is simple, but the answer is not so much. Where would you wish to start, I would imagine? With Relic, correct? He is the abomination of his father, who, to my knowledge, was adopted into the family. The family consists of several random artifacts and beings brought together by one called the King himself. You have the one known as Goliath, Relic, and one that is a very rarely known sentient being called Kai Joma. You then have Relic's older brother, who's older by eons, worth at least he is called Kaimos. Kai Joma and Kaimos are the only two in this entire equation that, at the very least, hold a sibling name in the slightest, if at all. They are the oldest of eons worth, and the closest to the king. They share little connection with Relic or Goliath, and are never really seen with each other at all. In fact, Kai Joma is one who is never seen at all, really. However, I must put this as a fair warning. If you do intend to confront Relic in any way for contributing with Mad Liz in this affair of war against her army of negative zeros, I must advise you take high extreme precaution. Relic's entire group known as his family will sort out battle with you as well. You won't just be taking one, you'll take them all. The only way this would not work is for the king himself, Galazar, to deny them their rights of battle with you. Otherwise, this would be fair game. So, while yes, you indeed have a fight amongst you with Relic, if you feel the need to sever his connection to Mad Liz, you also risk the chance of creating a bigger war in the process. But I'm sure the obvious is there. Yes, Relic is already involved. The question is, how long till he gets involved in the war as well? Or is he even planning on doing so? All I am saying is that your actions could trigger his involvement, and you're taking a risk. It's a gamble here. As for the living star energy you mentioned, it's not a common delight to those of the Singularity, and not our main focus either, though proves to show some form of concern since it is an ally that could be weaponized against you. In short, living energy is that of a special type of star, one that gives life to a specific species within this universe. They live on the far reaches of the edge of our own universe. Their civilization is one of many that use such a source to live and create from. Now, there are lesser versions of this living energy, and it is spread throughout the universe, and is entirely possible to live off of and somewhat satiate the Singularity. However, it's much like an ongoing snack. It's never enough. The issue here, in short, is that the Singularity are much like an open bottomless void. They do not get full as you would. There isn't a gauge on them. They can't eat so much energy and be done. They absorb energy much like how the prime negatives do. They share that aspect in different ways, and it's what makes them dangerous towards what is known as the Nebula, a sentient race of living stars that, as mentioned prior, live off of the living energy. But, story for another time. If you come across a Singularity, and it becomes a weaponized ally against us in this fight, it's going to be a strange battle to say the least. One which I can break down later to help you better understand if need be. But for now, that's your summary I can give you so far.
God damn it, this just keeps getting worse. Anna, what can you tell us about Relic? How bad can this get?
What can I tell you? That's he's a dick. A pretentious prick. What more could you ask for in a fucking asshole like him? He's a brute force maniac who's been at war with the Nebula for a long time. In fact, I'm sure the only fucking reason he's helping the Prime Negatives is because he's getting help from them as well. He's strong, very powerful, and I've fought him a few times personally and bested him. He's no pushover, but nothing to me per se. But you're not talking about just him. You're talking about his armies and his allies. Relic doesn't fight fair, nor will he ever. This is war. Not a game of chess. There are no rules in it, just minor agreements to not do specific things, which is leverage to keep it civil in some degree, despite it being fucking war. However, you do not have that here. None of us do. Severing his connection to the Prime Negatives will be a task and a half in of itself, simply because you're starting a chain reaction. Either way, there's no turning back. You either find a way to beat Mad Liz and destroy the negative zeros here without trying to fight Relic and still risk attracting him, or you flat out confront him and cut that connection anyways. The choice is yours, but this fight isn't going to just win itself. And from what I'm understanding, this is one of many connections. I have no fucking idea how much more pull Mad Liz is working with here. For fuck's sakes.
With the little amount of information I got, followed up with the research I've obtained from it, we're looking at unknown allies joining in at this point. Mad Liz is mixed up in an array of fucking madness with other beings and species across our known universe. What makes this worse is the talk of dimensions. That alone shows me that we might be working against more than just Relic, depending on how bad this gets and how far that goes. Like, dimensions worth? The king himself, from what I read, was messing with something that made that kind of shit possible. Something about visiting other dimensions or something. Is that not fucking wild? Scary to think what could happen from all this, honestly.
Dimensions worth is underselling it, unfortunately. I know what you're talking about. In short, he has a single artifact of unknown origin. Its uses unknown. Its potential unknown. But he found it somewhere along one of his many conquests. That thing alone has made a lot of things possible that should not be possible in our realm alone. That's where your talk of dimensions comes from. It's very real and very possible, and it's extremely wild, to say the least, honestly. Which brings up an interest question. May, didn't you say prior to all of this, meeting us, that you yourself had no memory of your past? Or where you came from?
Yeah, come to think of it. She never did have memory of her past. Just her name, and name alone. She has no idea much else. I mean, for fuck's sakes, if it wasn't for her, you'd never have joined forces with us alone. She scared off that bitch called Judacia. So, but you do strike a good point. Her power is unlike ours. It's almost like she's not from Zedo. So where the fuck would she be from, as off-topic as this is?
No, this doesn't come off as off-topic to me. This is a rather important question. May, what can you remember about your past at all? Anything?
Bright flash of light. Ended up here. That's about it. Nothing more, honestly. Would explain why I can beat so many asses, to be honest, if I'm from another universe or some shit. Maybe I'm like a mega fighter or something, just don't know it, you know?
You might actually be right. That's not even remotely a joke there. You could actually be very right there.
The hell brought this up to begin with, by the way, Anna? Why'd you get so curious on May's whole past randomly?
It wasn't random. I've had this thought for a moment since meeting her. But this idea of the artifact and such brought it back up to mind. I recall a planet, a universe, another dimension entirely. One I saw at one point. My father was doing a big showing and showed off a portal opening to another universe. We saw some wild stuff, and one was this planet, filled with something called a Titan Prime. You think our Golden Age builds here of the Prime Zeros were badass. The Titan Primes were fucking gods. And they were called Titan Zeros. Known to be the first of their kind, it was some wild shit. They were strong as fuck. But I cannot. Remember the fucking name of the one they called a queen? It was like fucking god, what was it?
Zeros. The name was Zeros.
Wait, what?
I remember now. I was born, or rather made, on a planet called Titan. We were Titan Zeros, known as gods. It all flashed back to me in an instant just now. They called me Zeros on that planet. That was my Titan Zero name. My god name, if you will. It was Zeros. I remember what you're talking about now. Yeah. It's all coming back to me. Holy shit. Yeah, I remember. Holy shit.
So what the hell was a Titan god and what was the Titan Zeros? The hell's all that about exactly?
A race of incredible, strong, and basically immortal beings. So, like, you know how we're living, breathing machines, biohybrids, if you will. Our skin is literally metal, our organs metal. We are literally born as we are and all that. We're living, breathing machines, if you will, and all that shit. Well, Titan Zeros are that, but on a scale like other... In fact, wait a second. Prime Zeros. I don't recall we have any records indicating how the fuck Prime Zeros were made. Wait, holy shit.
What are you getting at, Anna? What do you got here? You don't wait. Holy shit, wait. We don't have record indicating. Wait, are you thinking...
It would not be a far stretch, boss. Given the fact our records don't indicate that the Prime Zeros were even made here. We have no idea how either Prime Negatives or Zeros were made and born. We just know that they existed here. This war's gone on so long, we've lost all records on that as a whole. So if what I'm thinking is right, Anna, you're thinking...
That every Prime Zero is actually a Titan Prime. A fucking Titan Zero. And somehow someone just claimed you on this planet, but you were born from the metal of the actual real Titan Zeros. Your ancestors are fucking Titan Zeros. You're all Titan Zeros. You're just hybrids, possibly, because you don't share in May's power here. However, if you did, and we somehow completed your fusion to become a full-blooded Titan Zero, at least in our group, that is, you could have an edge with that.
Records lost in time. A perfect excuse. Whoever the hell. Yes, you're onto something here, actually.
Who the hell would try to do that, and why, though? What the fuck?
Doesn't matter. Would this give us an edge against Relic? Could this make the severing of his connection easier? What's his strength compared to a Titan Zero?
Not sure. But compared to what you are now, you'd have a fight with him. It would be a battle, but if you had the powers of a full-fledged Titan Zero, and be like Zeros over here, you could easily go toe-to-toe with him and his armies, perhaps. I can't guarantee anything, but I can tell you this. I know the Titans were gods of machines, and powerful as hell, so take that as you wish. You could very well have your leverage against Relic in this case if you wanted, if this works out.
Well, we know our next step then. Let's look into this Titan Zero subject.
起業家とした夜も知ってる激しにしながら朝を待ってたあの日の私がこぼし突き上げてる